Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Oh, how you guys doing? D- are you a member of a cover band? Are you a cover artist? Probably not, because today the cover artists, the cover band, they don't exist. And why don't they exist? Mostly because of two things. The first thing, the biggest thing is copyrights. Yeah, that's right, copyrights. The thing that the nemesis, the bane of all musicians nowadays, copyrights. You get blocked, you get demonetized, your livelihood gets taken away from you because you can't play in the bars, you can't play in the clubs anymore because yeah, somebody might come along and say, hey, that guy he's doing a cover of your music and he shouldn't be doing that without paying you. Well, you know, cover bands and artists are a necessity of the music business. And the death, the fact that no one can be a cover artist, the fact that no one can be a cover band any longer is the reason why the music industry sucks today. It's just really bad. You only have to think about how many times you think, hey, hey, darling, let's go out tonight to that restaurant. There's a cover band playing. And you know what? They aren't there anymore. They are gone. The only thing you can do is go out with your woman or your family and everything else is listen to Spotify music being played over the on the overhead, because they're paying for the Spotify premium and everything else and paying the originating artist. Now, why is this a bad thing? Cover artists are a necessity for the music industry. Because, if you're the Eagles, if you're Aerosmith, you can go on world tours. Yeah, you can do 100 shows in a year and stuff like that. But you can't be everywhere. And the thing about people is, as much as they love listening to the radio in their car, much as they love to listen to CDs and stuff, there's nothing like live music. There's nothing like live music. And if you can't have a cover band that listen to the live version, I mean, you might want to hear Hotel California, but you don't want to hear Hotel California by the Eagles on an overhead speaker. You want to hear it from a stage. And you're willing to pay not $60, not $100, not $300, but maybe you're just willing to have a few drinks and pay the guy at the bar, or you're willing to chip in $10 to pay the cover band, so you can get live music. Get that feeling that you get whenever you hear someone playing a guitar. Get that feeling that you get whenever somebody hits that keyboard just a gentle way. That feeling of the timbre of the atmosphere that is created by live music. That's what you want. You want that feeling. And you take that feeling home with you. You go, yeah, that was a great band. And then you go home and well, let's continue on with that feeling. Let's put on the real Eagles album and continue that feeling and get it going. And the thing is that when you do this keeps the Eagles alive. This keeps Aerosmith alive. This keeps all of these bands from yesteryear alive by having a cover band being able to perform live music for the general public everywhere in the world. Not just not just on tour in San Francisco, New York, and Berlin, but if you're if you're outside of Tokyo, then hey, there's a Japanese cover band doing some music out there, and they're doing a great job doing Van Halen. And so, yeah, you get to listen to that live music, get that live feeling. And this keeps those originating artists alive. It makes them money. And nowadays, they're just not making any money. You know why? How I know they're not making any money? Because they're blocking everybody else. Because they're copywriting infringement everybody else. Because now nobody knows who these people are. You see react videos all the time. You see kids on YouTube going, wow, I didn't know he could play like this. Listen to this. Hey man, listen to this. Listen, come on, man. Listen to this. Wow. And it's a react video on YouTube, man. This is so stupid because these kids can't hear a cover band. They can't find a cover band in their hometown someplace. They can't find a cover band in school. You know, it used to be that those bands that played at the high school were great cover bands. They didn't sing their own music. They just went down to high school and they started playing covers of musicians. And the high schoolers were like, yeah, they were being trained to listen. They were being trained to listen to good music, good, well-written lyrics, well-produced melodies. They were being trained to be the audience. And they were enjoying it. But does that happen nowadays? Nope. Nah. It can't happen because there is no cover bands. There are no cover artists. And it's all being ruined by all the greed from, yes, Don Henley and the rest of you. All of you highline artists, you superstars of past, you're Madonna and the rest. You're ruining the entire music business with your greed. And you haven't learned this greed from just waking up one morning like, yeah, you know, I'm going to block everybody from doing covers of my songs. It's this greed created by the music industry. This guy, this executive, this guy sitting behind the desk that doesn't do shit. He doesn't know anything about music, doesn't know anything about melodies. They always say, there's always these movies that say, yeah, man, this guy's in the music business. I know music business. Hey, Elvis, I'm going to make you a star. I'm the Colonel. The Colonel knew nothing about music. He knew nothing about the music business. He was just taking advantage of Elvis. Yeah, Britney Spears' parents, Britney Spears' family, they know nothing about music. They were just taking advantage of Britney. So, and there's a lot of people like that, middlemen, that just want to be paid for free to get 10%, 20%, 30%, 100% of everybody's talent. Yeah, and you have to listen to them expound their dreams and ideals of having control of the newer artists around. And so they say, hey man, if you're gonna be an artist, you gotta be careful. You gotta make sure that the only way for people to get your music is through Spotify, through streaming. You know why? So I can get paid. Not to make your music last forever, to bring it into the future, so I can get paid. Why does anybody believe these assholes? I don't know why. I don't understand it. But, you know, the thing is that people allow things to happen. People allow the Flim Flam man to come to town. They allow the Flim Flam man to give them a bottle of snake oil that doesn't cost them anything, and promises that it's going to cure everything. And so all of these people in the music industry are just Flim Flam men. And we're not talking about just your normal Flim Flam man. We're talking about people like Kanye West, Jay-Z, Beyonce. We're talking about artists that become con men after their careers are nearly over with. Hey man, I can't make any more music. I can't write any more songs. But I can be a great con man for you. I can convince my friends that I used to have when I had talent, my friends that I used to know when I was really singing, when I still had my voice. I can convince them that you are a superstar. Even though you have mediocre talent, we're going to tell everybody that because it's me, because I'm the greatest, that you are the greatest also. Because people trust me because, hey, I've got my name up in lights. I got my name on the album cover. I got my name on checks. So yeah, I can convince these people that you are the next superstar, Mr. John Mayer. I can convince you, Mr. Ed Sheeran. Oh yes, Simon Cowell. Let's have a talent contest and convince everybody in the world that the person that's on stage actually has talent. That you won't ruin them with your promises of money and fame and celebrity, that you won't ruin them with contracts that make them less money than they would if they were playing their music on a street corner. This is the way the world is working right now, and it just really, really chaps my hide. I really hate this shit because I can no longer pick up my guitar, go outside, and this is why. I can't go outside and say, Desperado, why don't you start climbing fences? You gotta come to your senses before it's too late. You can't do that anymore. Now, my voice is probably not the best in the world, but sooner or later there's gonna be some cover artist, some kid that's 16 years old that has a great voice, that knows how to play the guitar, and he's gonna make your cover song, a cover of your song famous. He's gonna make Desperado a great song again, a song that no one knows about anymore because of your copyright infringement and all this other bullshit. This kid, young kid, is gonna come out just like Elvis did when he was a teenager. And so this is a situation, this is a world we live in as musicians. And the thing is, for me to tell you all this doesn't mean anything, because you as a musician, you as a person of in the entertainment business are still greedy. Nobody wants to get on America's Got Talent just because they want to go out there and just sing for the people. Nobody on American Got Talent says, yeah, why do you want to be here? Nobody says, well, I just want to play in front of 5,000 people. That's never happened to me before. They're all waiting for Simon Cowell to make them the next Elvis, to make them the next highline artist with the name up on a marquee in Las Vegas, to get their names and signatures on paper, pieces of paper, promise that in a year they'll be a millionaire. So people are going to America's Got Talent because they want to become millionaires. Because they don't want to make music. They don't want to entertain people. They don't want to make people sad. They don't want to make people happy. They don't want to make people forget about the harshness of life and how badly the day went by playing music in front of them and just driving away all of those demons and all the things that the world is bringing down upon them by singing and playing music. Nope, they want to become millionaires. This is why so many of them are influencers of YouTube. Not because they want to do it. They always say, yeah, you have to bring something to the table so that people want. Well, people want to be entertained. And they want to be joyful. They want to be sad. They want to hear the blues when they're blue. And they want to hear that upbeat rock and roll tune when they're happy. But no, we don't have any of that anymore. Nope. So I'm going to play you out here in a second. I don't have any lyrics in front of me, so it's hard for me to remember the lyrics of anything. Here, wait a minute. Okay, I'm back. I got a song here, but then I don't have any place to put the lyrics to this song, so I'm going to have to hold the lyrics with one hand and play the guitar with the other hand. The psychic spies from China try to steal your mind's elation, and the little girls from Sweden dream a silver screen quotation. And if you want these kind of dreams, it's Californication. It's the edge of the world and all of Western civilization. The sun may rise in the east, and at least it's settled in a final location. It's understood that Hollywood sells Californication. Yeah, this is an appropriate song because the Californication of the music industry is everywhere now. So again, now you know what this is all about. I'll see you guys next time in the next video. And we'll talk about some other stuff. Or maybe the same stuff. We don't know. You never know with me. Bye.